Hi everyone, this is part 2 to our breakdown of showing how Jesus passes us over. We're going to go over here to the Nazca lines here now, right down in here, where they're in Peru, where these lines have been here for thousands of years practically. And they all map out the end of days coming and showing the project that Jesus Christ and the Father have for us, passing us over. This is what's coming for the fifth age. This actual alien and this ship are going to crash right down here. And that represents when the sword comes out of Jesus Christ's mouth also. Now first off, I wanted to show right over here on the earth that everything's going according to plan. You can see this funny face over here ready for us. But right here you can see these two domes, exactly as we shown, which is right down here by the end of this apex at the San Onofre power plant area. That the whole earth is designed to do this. Just as right here. When this guy comes down, the bull, see the bull horns, the V, the fifth age, goes through Obama and blows this nuke. The stone that is cast into the sea, the millstone, by the two domes. See the two domes right here by San Onofre, the phoenix rises, and that's when the 42 months begin for the beast that rises out of the sea. See the two domes right here? And right here you can see that represents when this arrow flies. Just like this. You can see the woman of the Bible, as I've said. As the Satan figure comes down, this incident happens. And this is the new Ark of the Testament ready to rise. Right there in front of us. You even see the sail on the boat. All perfect right there. We'll go in close to this one. You can see right there. See him with the angel? And the bow, as we've shown before. This represents the woman of the Bible, just like the Jennifer Lawrence character in those movies, when the girl on fire. Here's Jesus casting down the accuser. Here's the woman ready to meet him with this arrow. See, just like the two domes. And this is when that bull, it also represents the serpent, receives the grievous head wound. And this is the new Ark of the Testament ready to go. See the bull below here getting the head wound? As the woman lets the arrow go, as Jesus casts down the accuser, all perfect. There it is again. You can actually see right here the V coming. See the V for the bullhorns? And see how she's going right over the bullhorns? No, over here, near Japan. You can see right here the bull coming. See how this looks like the bull right here? We'll take that off in a second. But right up here is Jesus Christ, sitting right on top of there. There's Jesus. The Pleiades is on the shoulder of the bull. So now you can see the same thing again. The woman passing us over the bull. Zoop, right over the bull horns. Jesus welcoming us all into heaven. Right there. You can see over the top the rainbow bridge. Realize the mathematical equations here. Even the most stout atheist and mathematician and scientist would have to say this is all real. Because it's one thing to say fake or push this drawing to make everybody think that it's here or something. But it's going by each line. And then each story is perfect. Here's the bull. There's Jesus on the shoulder. There's the rainbow bridge. Even the most stout atheist and mathematician and scientist would have to agree that this is all real. That it's going according to Scripture. That God actually made all of the earth. It's all going perfectly. You can see right there, Jesus. Welcoming everybody into heaven, passing us over the bull. Right there. And you can see right there that represents the bull. See the bull coming? Right here. Just like that, perfect, as we've shown. So let's head over to the Nazca lines now. Well, let's show right down here in San Diego first that this is when that ship actually crashes. So right here in the Baja Strip, you can see that this is the sword that comes out of Jesus' mouth. Right here. This starts World War III. This is the second horseman of the apocalypse gets the great sword. You can see here the apex of when everything's coming down to right here. And then you can actually see the top of the ship of right where he's supposed to land. Just like this. It looks just like the ship in the Prometheus movie, like a big set of bullhorns. See here? Half the ship is underwater, and here he is even coming out, right there. You can see it right here. Look at that. Right at the 33-degree parallel. And it's done over and over again. This represents just like the bullhorns coming. And you can see the phoenix's face. Jesus and the woman and the body right there of everybody going up as a phoenix. You need your oil to get through there, as we've shown. See us going right over it as the sword comes down? And then it's replayed again. You can see right here is the bull. See the face right there. See the bull coming? This bull is this ship. And then you can see us passing over. See right there? Perfect. The same thing over and over and over again with all the evidence we keep showing. All perfect right there. So let's head down to the Nazca lines now. Well, I almost forgot to show this on here. This is the actual Mayan glyph that they said December 21st, 2012 on it. I said for years there was no date on it, and that they were discrediting this by making, that false date, and then now nobody looks at this. And they were only showing the round calendar. This is the actual Mayan tablet that right here they said there was the date. You can't see a date on here. I showed that for years. The reason they're covering it up is because it shows Jesus Christ coming. Right here you can see the bull. See the bull is that clown? And he's looking down at the solar system, trying to not let anybody get through to get to heaven. And then right here, Jesus gets us through. See right here? When he casts down the bull. And then the bull is seen like the little horn. Here again is the foot of Christ, and here's the bull, just as that ship falling, with the sword, exactly as we just saw, the sword and the bull. Here's the ship again right here, and we're going up as this phoenix. Right here is the wheel of the great tribulation, the great millstone cast into the sea. Rome is receiving a grievous head wound also. All at this time. There's the ship right there. See this? It actually looks like an owl. I forgot to put the little nose piece. This is the top of the owl. This is the two eyes. And this is just like I keep showing. That Doctor Who figure coming. Just like him, the bull. Perfect. Right there in front of us. There's the ship. See it right here? Oops, not that one. There it is right there. See it right here? You can even see a woman in a wedding dress. Right there. She's actually wearing a wedding dress. That is when the wedding of the Lamb happens. See it right here? You can see that face right there. And now you can see the UFO. That's right where it crashes. And where it's blown up and buried. All of this area is going to bury this ship right here. There it is. Perfect. There's the phoenix. Right over the top of the bull. Okay, now we can go to the Nazca lines. Okay, we're down near the Nazca lines in Peru. And right here on this point, we're going to show how it's mapped out from one end to the other. And it shows the plan for everything. And it shows how God's like a giant blueprint for what's going on. Creating the animals and everything. God has created everything. Right here you can actually see how right here is a finger. Literally, like God's hand. And he's pointing to people. All of these things represent the souls coming down. And we're made from the earth. And with the Spirit involved with us. But you see right here this hand. How is this done? God can make everything. Literally. He can do this. He's going to literally remake the earth. And remake the heavens when it's all done. So there's that hand. He's pointing out his soul. And then the soul is wrapped up like this phoenix. Right here. This is a hard area to get to. I mean, it should be. These are secrets of God going on right here, only meant to be revealed at the end of days. Here it is right here. See it or not? And he's going down through this lily. He ends up being put on the Ark of the Testament, the Ark of Jesus' Testament that rises when the other one is destroyed and the other guy is cast down. See, as this Ark is ready to rise, and then this guy's getting the head wound as he's casting him down, all perfect right in front of us. See this there? Going down through that lily. And the souls are being wrapped up that way. You can see the hand right there. Perfect. Now we're going to go down here. See where that hand is right here? Everything's flowing down from up here. And this is the plateau right here. Right here is the Ark of Jesus' Testament, again, shown over and over and over, many different ways. See as that hand is pointing down right there? And you can actually see Jesus' Ark right here. Just like this. You can actually see Jesus right here. Here's that rabbit that represents the bull. That's coming. That's part of it. That, remember, the Great Tribulation has to happen. The big harvest. There it is right there, Jesus. And he's putting all of the people into their beds. It's going to take a nuclear weapon to get everything going. Exactly as we showed down there in San Diego. Perfect as this. And then we end up going through this little apex over here. Watch how perfect everything is. Studientes. We're the students. He's picking out the wise virgins. And then we go over to here to El Ingenio through this tiny little apex point we have to get through. El Ingenio, the geniuses, the ones that he's picked out for whatever it is. You have some talent that is meant for just you. Now he's riding on top of that dog, as we've shown before. See that right there? Perfect. The dog is right below him, carrying us through. Right here is the dog. See the dog right here? See his face and his ears as he's going up through that little tiny apex? The dog star? See how he has his hands out to carry the boat? See, he's carrying the boat. And we go up through that little apex. Again, remember, it's one thing to show you just this, or to show you just that. To show all of these things in perfect order, perfect as a story, it's impossible. Even the most stout atheist, scientist, critical person in the world would have to go, God is real. If we could show this stuff to Stephen Hawking, we could get all of his brain power on our side to show all of the glory of God. He wants to see these things, but you won't ever be able to get through his army of people that are surrounding him to bring him any evidence. You know, it's just going to be struck down. So there's the boat, right here. See by each line? Perfect. See there? And you can see the dog carrying it below there, as I keep showing. The dog star Sirius will be part of that. So let's head over here. Look at that hand right there. You can see it. See him pointing, and he picks out the soul, and he puts them in here. Everybody's getting collected. He collects the people in the front for before the Great Tribulation. You see how the rabbit, see it's a bull. See how the bull actually has his antlers all the way back here, and now the souls can come into the front of the boat. This is grace and mercy. And then when Jesus Christ changes to the Great Tribulation, the ears will be up, and they will be open like a guillotine, and it will be like a V. And then everybody who goes to the guillotines will get put into the boat also. Everything's ready to go, and it takes a nuke to launch. And then you can actually see the nuke right here? But then you can see the leopard. The Obama, as we keep showing. Obama. And he has to take off his mask. Do you see the nuclear event in San Diego, as I keep showing? That's what takes off his mask. See the Satan figure coming down, and now the V is up. The guillotine start, as we've shown. The nuclear event, there's Obama. His mask comes off, and the red horse of the apocalypse is riding with him. And you can see that there. When that comes off, there is a dragon now. Now there's the dragon. See, it goes from the leopard to the dragon. And you can see sitting on top of him, the woman is as a jester. See who's sitting on top of the dragon now? It's not Jesus Christ sitting on the bull anymore with the mercy seat of Christ. Now the jester comes and is riding the dragon and is tricking the world into the great deception. Now as this goes, and this is the same situation I show over and over again. As this event happens, the mask of the leopard comes off, the dragon is revealed. Britain, Russia, China, North Korea all betray the USA. And you can see down here this hook. And this represents death rising. You can see death rising as a hook, like Captain Hook coming. All perfect. Again, the story is just too perfect to fake. The students going over here to become the geniuses, going to the next age. You see that? The dog star carrying us right through there, as we've shown. The finger up here pointing the people out that they can go on this side. The other ones will have to go on this side for the Great Tribulation and go through the guillotines like the V. All perfect. As this nuclear event happens, the dragon rises. China and Britain, all of them. And the hook of death, because there's no more mercy and grace. This guy's up here riding the dragon. Now it's replayed again, over and over and over again, all through here. All of this right here. Perfect. All of these lines map these same things out. So let's go ahead and show them. So let's head right over here. Right here is Jesus Christ. He's going to be sitting right here. You can see these two lines, just like this road, and then this one here. This is exactly like the Ark of the Covenant. Remember, the box is below. Put the Ten Commandments in the box. Then put two cherubs, one on either side. See there? And then Jesus Christ will sit on the mercy seat of Christ. He sits right in here, in the middle, right here. And you can actually see Jesus right here. There he is. Perfect. Not easy to see. He's right here. Now you can see the dog star right there if you take your time and look at this. See how it has a ladder? We are being passed over. Right here is what's coming, that nasty stuff, as I showed before. Jesus takes the people, sits on the mercy seat. He puts them in through the dog star. They go up to here. Right here is even mapped out the wedding feast of the Lamb. And you come back over to this side. Over here is where it comes across again. And it ends up being over here near this. You can see this raven. See this raven right here? Or the phoenix, excuse me. And it shows the phoenix right here. Perfect, right there. Jesus passes everybody over up to there. See Jesus here? He puts us through the dog star, just as we showed on the boat. The same thing as the boat being carried by the dog star. Up to here. Then we cross over and we get on the phoenix, and we go all the way up, and up here is the heaven part with the Father and such at the top. Right up here to the top, and you can see right here, this Orion-like man. In his one hand he has the Pleiades, the little cup. In the other hand he has the scales, like the bull scales. Right there, perfect, all the way at the top. See there? So you can see that Jesus has taken us, put us in the dog star, passed us over, everybody's being loaded on the eagle or the boat, and we go all the way up here to heaven. Because he's passing us over this terrible stuff that's coming. This part right here is the beast that rises out of the sea. Let's see if we can show all of that different stuff in there. This is the part where I keep saying, guys, that nobody's really telling us what's really going to happen. This is going to happen. This little guy right here, see here, we've shown him before. See the little horn? He's giving out this new type of Eucharist, and it's creating actual beasts that will be born out of the people. Nobody's going to believe this stuff, but right here is a woman, and she's giving birth to these new types of reptiles. She's being fed that new Eucharist. See how it has a little dragon in it? Right here. And the babies that are born are actual abominations. Nobody's going to believe this, even with all the evidence we show, even though, look at this. Can you see that dragon right there? Just see this. After all the stuff we just did, just see that there. Just see that. This is a person eating the new Eucharist, and it has the seed of Satan in it, the reptilians. See the reptilian being born? Jesus, right here, has passed us over with the dog star, and we go over here and get on the phoenix. See how we're passed over this again and again? This is the first beast that rises out of the sea. And then the second beast will start doing the mark of the beast. And this line is where the beast's new world order all is, through there. Don't forget, right there's the phoenix going all the way up to the Orion man. This is not easy to see, all this. Now this line is going up towards where they do the mark of the beast, and they try to start getting rid of these things, actually. Something's going on like that. See this line going up here? All the way up to the top up here. And now they have this where an actual beast is going to be living inside of the person's head. You can see this right here. See this person right here? And he has a little alien on the side of his head, just like the chip. You can barely see this. But that's that line. So now you have the two sides. Jesus' side, and then Satan's side over here when he starts doing these things. And when this beast comes out of the sea. Look at this. This is just horrible. This is going to happen. Nobody's ever going to believe anything like this is going to happen. They're going to eat that damn thing. Excuse me. Can't believe that. That's just so terrible. You see that dragon right there? See the little horn? You can see that dragon coming. All through there. Okay, well we can see all of this now. The same thing we've been showing. See that again about Jesus Christ passing us over. The star system's all involved. Isn't it awesome? God has everything figured out. What an amazing feat all of this is. The Studientes going over to El Ingenio. So let's go show all of this over in another area. Let's go show this over in Britain, in England, ready to go. This is Egypt by the pyramids. And remember we showed in the Bible that the pyramids are in Isaiah 19:19. Here's Isaiah 19:19. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar to the border thereof to the Lord. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. The pyramids are on the border, and they are in the middle, because they are right at the edge of the upper and lower half of Egypt. It's the only way that could happen. This represents the beast being trapped underneath and us on top. You can see right here that this maps out everything just as we showed by the star systems. Again, and it's going to show that thing that we're being passed over as we were talking of. You can actually see right here this angel, this woman of the Bible, right here. See how her wings are going way up to here? And this represents the bull, the Taurus constellation, right there. Perfect. Up to the open door. This is called the 6th of October City because of a war that was fought right about here. You can dig into that as you wish. Is that a date? I mean, dates, we could chase dates all day long. So we can see that right there. Exactly. I mean, by the roads. See the bull? Perfect, even with its horns. And the woman. And then down here, this represents the church through here. You can see him. Somebody had asked me about this before. See this person's face right here? They are being given a Eucharist. This represents the church feeding him at that point. You can see the church right here. This represents the church. Perfect, right there. Let's get rid of that stuff. Now you can see the church here. See how he's feeding the Eucharist out? And then the woman can pass the people over. Up here, past the bull and into the open door. Because the church and Jesus are passing us over this judgment. Just as we showed, that thing coming is just like Skynet in the Bible. Or not in the Bible, in the movies. The Skynet group, where they do the mark of the beast and such. Where you can see this guy. A whole person right here. They're putting this little hat on him. You can see the bull is now come through the door and is giving him the mark of the beast. And we've gone up and over. And they're shoving this new mark of the beast thing into him. Right there, this nasty looking thing that looks like a snake almost. You can see the little clown's head right on there, going in there. Just like that. And that's that new Eucharist. So there we go. We've shown that that is all coming. Exactly by this one here. See him coming with the bull horns and giving out this new Eucharist. It will turn people into actual beasts. Literally. I've noticed one thing about people talking about the end times a lot of times. They seem to think that like judgment is going to come and they're just going to put a little mark on your hand and then you're just going to go down and be able to go shopping and everything's going to be normal. No, this thing's going to destroy the world. They're going to be hacking people up. This beast is even known for tearing the face off of people and ripping the hearts out of people. He is exactly like Hitler coming. We have shown this entity over at the concentration camps. He is just like Hitler. This is real. We're being passed over. This is what's coming. Exactly what we saw on that ship that Jesus is holding down before this comes. So let's head over to Britain and show that this is coming. And Britain will actually be giving these out with the new beast, the beast out of the sea. So here we are in Britain, England. Here is Buckingham Palace, right here. We're going to work our way right across this. We've seen this, but it's going to verify a lot of things again. You can see right up here, on top of this dome. See the dome again right here? Now you can see the ship sitting on top, the Ark of the Testament of Jesus. See right here? Remember the hook we showed at the Nazca lines? Here's the hook drawing up the 4 horsemen when the dome goes. At that point in time, this is just like the pyramid also. The beast, the bull, is shown right here inside this diamond, just like the bull horns coming. See how he's coming down. And he's trapped underneath the pyramid. And then when this goes, this blows his head wound, as we've shown. See the red bull in there, the V? That little mark right in there represents the Salton Sea area, just as we've shown. See right here, where he's coming down by the 2 domes and the Salton Sea area? That little mark right there represents the Salton Sea area, where the beast rises from the sea. Right here, this whole part of the west coast of the USA goes. It's like a giant keyhole. When you look at the Salton Sea area in the USA, it looks just like a keyhole, literally, for him to have the key to open the abyss. See the V? There he comes. The key to open the abyss, for the beast to rise from the sea. See how everything's ready? Perfect, right there in front of us. See the diamond? See the little spot where the keyhole is? See him coming, that red bull. Perfect. You can see the ark right on top of here, ready to go. Perfect. Then over to here. We've shown this before that this shows Obama right here. And he's ready to blow those domes as he comes down. See how he has the face on the back? For those that watch the Harry Potter series, the Voldemort character rode inside of people like a second face on the back. See how he is like the clown on the back? See the bull? See the bull? And at that point in time, they end up over here. This is Buckingham Palace, right there. First off, let's show where that boat is going. The boat is going to go this represents the face of God, right here, just like this. And we are going to go up into the temple of God, literally. That's where that ship goes. It goes all the way up into the temple of God. Actually, right up through here. And all the way up into here. And we end up at this boot called the shepherd's bush. See the shepherd's bush, just like the burning bush that talked to Moses. Just like there. Perfect. That's where that ship goes. And then down here starts the guillotines and stuff like that. As we've shown, that's when that ship leaves. And then they start the guillotines and such right down in here. You can actually see all of this here. Let's mark all these out real quick. You can see this pirate falling. As we've shown this guy, the blackjack figure, is the Antichrist figure, the 666 figure on him. He's going to go right through the dog star. See the dog right here? Perfect. And he's going to end up over here in Prince William. Right there is Prince William. And on this side, you can see that this is the dragon. And that means that Prince William, or his son, somebody over here, is the little horn of the Bible, because the dragon will give him his power right there. And then they start doing things even with Russia and such right here. Here's the bears of Russia, and they start giving him the pill, as we showed, that new type of Eucharist. And then here, you can see this represents the idol. See the pill right there? The new great deception? This thing? See, as the phoenix rises, the hook draws up the Antichrist figure and the Red Bull. See the little pill? The new great deception? The new Eucharist? Right there. And the Russian Orthodox Church is already ready over in Putin is part of the Russian Orthodox Church over there. It's like a mimic of the Catholic Church. Literally, it's a mimic. So that's what we have. The same exact things we've shown over and over again. This is the tribe of Esau. Esau wants to cut its bonds. And in the Bible, it predicts that they will break away for 3.5 years. They want this attempt to be as gods. Literally, that's why they don't want to get on this boat. They want an attempt to ascend higher than God. Literally, this is their attempt, whatever it is right here. May God have mercy on us all. How is this all right in front of us? And why? I mean, isn't God trying to stop this? No, he's not. It's actually God's will, and that's part of the plan. That is part of the great deception through there. Revelation 17:17, as we keep showing. It's the will of God. For when he opens the seals of the Bible, the victory of the Lamb. For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. Right here. Now there's a lot of signs that show that Britain is supposed to be nuked also. And the New World Order is ready to rise up over in Estonia. And they're all going to be together with this type of Skynet thing coming, as they showed. In this movie here, I, Robot, with Will Smith, all through this movie it kept showing the fifth age coming, the fifth age coming. I mean, the symbolism of the 5 and the V was everywhere, and that these robots were coming. And the company that was making them was called USR. Just like the United States and Russia and Britain and everybody all coming together to give their power to the beast and to rise up. And we've shown that this thing coming is like an artificial intelligence, like a Darth Vader type thing, that bull is like that, like the Borg from Star Trek and such. In here, they had the cube. Remember we've shown before about the cube? In iRobot, this Vicky was in charge. The V, again, exactly like this guy coming. Right there. The V. And it's all about this cube. See, it was actually a cube. All through here was what Vicky was. But that's what Vicky, down here at the bottom of this, she was like a cube in there. Here she is. See her there? A cube. Exactly like here. In the Borg. See the cube? And then they blend the robotics, the chip and everything into humanity. Him. May God have mercy on us all. Let's go over to Russia and show them ready to do it. So here we are in Moscow, Russia. Don't forget, right here in the United Nations, they show the same things. This mystery egg represents a nuke coming. And when the phoenix rises, you can see the serpent, the dragon, right down here getting its head bruised. And that's when they get the sword for the World War III. Over here, the dead are rising, going through this cabinet up to heaven. Over here, the dead are rising, going to utter contempt. See the zombie? And here comes down this Doctor Who-like character down here to ride this white horse for the apocalypse coming. Right here in the Denver International Airport, they show the same things. The Freemasons have this lined out right here. The leopard fallen, Obama, after the end of this. Here's Miss Obama and the end of the time of the blue. The red rises. Over here is the 10 horns, 10 nations that are getting ready to betray the USA. As we showed, it's all God's will. And then we rise with the woman right here. And you see the whale represents we could be in the belly of the whale for 3 days. And it represents the oil and us going up to ascension. You can see a 13 right here. This could mean Revelation 13. And the USA is known as Turtle Island by the Hopi Indians. You see this little doll here is known as the Hopi Blue Kachina. The end of grace and mercy is their legend goes right by the Bible. They believe Jesus Christ is called the Great White Pahana. And then the blue Kachina represents mercy and grace. And then the red Kachina comes. When the red Kachina comes, he represents the destroyer, Satan. The red bull. This guy, that red bull coming. Where's he at? He's right here. Here he is. See the red bull? He's coming from below the pyramid, just as we showed that diamond come right down below the pyramid. Here's the door opening for our souls. And he's the butcher. See all the body parts? And he's riding the red bull. Here he comes down with the V, and now he's riding the red bull. He has but a short time, 42 months. This is Russia. It shows right over here the grievous head wound coming. You can see right here, this person like a goat, representing the Vatican also. See how he's wearing a little Pope hat, and just like that San Onofre power plant, and he's getting a big punch right in his chest, right there, from this alien type thing when as it falls. See this alien right here? And the punch. Up here you can see that this is when the leopard falls. The cat. Right there. And then you can see the hourglass start. The 42 months start when all this happens. See the leopard fall? The 42 months start. Over here they begin making those abominations. You can see this guy right here. He has one of these little types of Eucharist as we've seen, and they start putting a hook on his hand. Here's Captain Hook, literally coming with that new Eucharist, turning everybody into abominations. See Daniel, the tribe of Dan, rises up to judge the world. May God have mercy on us all. This is all right in front of us. Look at that. Okay, let's head down to the Vatican, and then we need to go to Astana, Kazakhstan, the home of the New World Order. So here we are at Rome, the Vatican, right here. And you can actually see that everything's mapped out for the nuke to come. See, as they've shown us like a penis many times, but this means evolution. But you can see right there, the nuke aimed for Vatican City. Exactly like that. See that perfect? And then they're ready to rise back up with the Russian Orthodox Church and with Britain and Prince William and all them. So let's head down in here into the Vatican and show that. Here is the Vatican right here. You can actually see how this is designed as the wolf? See right here, this is like a wolf's face. And here's the key to open the abyss. Right here, ready to go when the church is hit. How do you get this key into the lock? You have to break the key. And then you can put the key in the lock and turn it for the wheel of the Great Tribulation. See the bull here, like a bullseye happening right here for when the Vatican is struck. Oops, let's put this back on. That right there. You can see that wolf right in there. Just like that. Perfect. Now you can also see right here is the leopard, exactly as we just showed over there in Russia. The same exact thing. Right there is the cat when that event happens. And then you can see the devil falling, going right from here. Just like this. And he's actually got this thing, and he's doing a grievous head wound to the Pope. And as he's doing it, he's entering into him. Perfect. He's holding a little staff right here, hitting him in the head when the cat falls. And now he's going from Obama into this Pope, whoever it is, whichever one it is. Because there's a lot of people in the end times of the Bible. There's the Satan figure, there's an Antichrist, there's a false prophet, there's two beasts, there's three frogs that actually turn into devils to go off and deceive the world. And the beast, it says the bear will carry them. See, the bear will be the feet, the army of the New World Order. Don't forget, Prince William doesn't have any army. Britain doesn't have anything that can take over the world. They don't have a very big force at all compared to what Russia has. And there's the new Eucharist with the Russian Orthodox Church is already. Exactly as we shown. When the Vatican and the USA are hit, they rise back up. The body as a leopard and the feet of a bear. That's what it says in the Bible. The Revelation 13 beast. The beast out of the sea. It receives his grievous head wound. Then he rises back up. And it says that he is like unto a leopard. And his feet are as a bear. And his mouth is as a lion. Like the Prince William and the Pope and the false prophet will be the voice of all of this going on. Right there. Okay, so let's head over to Estonia and show their new base of operations. Right here, this is Astana, Kazakhstan, the home of the New World Order, after they've nuked the rest of the world over here. Right down here, you can see that everything's even going by a clock, as we showed. It's all going perfectly as a balance. You see right here the two zeros, 00, 00. When the clock runs out, you see the phoenix rising right here. There's the clock, 00. There's the two domes at the San Onofre area. See the two domes right there? Perfect. And then you can see the phoenix ready to rise. There is a satellite weapon system that they have that is ready to blow up all of the earth. It's actually right here. See this here? This has even been shown in different video games. They have satellites with nukes that's ready to blow up most of the USA and all the key areas. You can see it right there. That's what that represents through there. Up here, you can see this balance. See this balance beam? And when everything's out of balance, then you have this pyramid, which is covering up the beast, and above this is the temple of God, above there. And you can actually see down here the phoenix ready to rise. See this phoenix right here? The snake inside of here represents the serpent rope, just as Moses' staff was a serpent. And he parted the Red Sea with this. See, this is us parting the Red Sea during this point in time. There's that rising right then and there. Now you can see up here, see the phoenix? You can see the tail of the phoenix, and it will actually make the sword that they get. See, that is the sword out of Jesus' mouth. And this is the sword that the Revelation 6 horseman gets. The first horseman gets a bow. The second horseman gets this great sword to go off and start World War III. And as I've shown, he can actually make people kill one another. That's all the chaos he's starting around the world. Making the cops shoot Mike Brown, making Mike Brown go steal the cigarettes and things and stuff. It's real. The spiritual realms are controlling all this. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Remember that. They don't even argue the spiritual side anywhere in the courts of the USA. They just persecute humans and mankind when it is the spirits that's driving our brothers and sisters crazy. If we could cast the spirits out of people, we could make them... Anyways, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. There's the great sword at that point in time. And we run up above the pyramid and into the temple of God. Right here on the balance beam, you can actually see the USA. And as I've shown, from San Diego all the way to New York is going to be blown up. And then the invasion is going to come in through the northwest. Right here. They already have it set up for like China and North Korea and such to come in here, and then for Russia and them to start terrorizing Europe, and then all of them to go after South America, because South America doesn't have really any type of military that can contend with them. Those countries are going to give their power to the beast. Whoever's down there in Brazil and such, and the Pope is from Argentina, but they're all going to give their power to the beast. They will start their concentration camps down in South America also. See right there? Destroyed. San Diego to New York. All of this will be gone. And the radiation fallout will go from the east to the west. And they will invade from up there. Exactly as that right there. Perfect. Now the balance beam shows this happening here. The bull coming. There's the bull, exactly as we've been showing. See the bull coming down, bam, he lands right by San Diego, exactly as we've been showing over and over again on these things. See, right there, right by San Diego. Perfect. Then you can actually see this guy going up, representing the baker, the butcher, and the candlestick maker. I'm not kidding. The baker represents Jesus Christ. He's the one who bakes the bread. This is the butcher coming. Right there. The butcher. Just as we've shown over and over again. When the time runs out, the phoenix rises. May God have mercy on us all. You can see all of that right there. Now when you turn this over, it shows the same thing we've been showing. It shows that this is the will of God coming. May God have mercy on us all. You can see the sword right here. See, he comes down and he gets the sword as we all go up. Now when you turn this over, it shows more. It shows about that dog star Sirius, as I've been showing, and that this is all going perfect, and it's the sword that comes out of Jesus' mouth, because the dog star is connected to him. And you can actually see right here, this is the dog, representing the dog star. And there's the sword in the stone. For King Arthur, for the New World Order, for Camelot. We've even shown the place of of Avalon, where King Arthur comes from, is right on Catalina Island, right down near San Diego, where the sword comes out of the mouth. Right there, perfect. May God have mercy on us all. It's all meant to happen by God, and they will be given their 42 months. Now you can also see here that they're actually putting a chip in the man. Let's show this here. And for those that know about Khan and Cain, he's actually shown right here associated with a lot of this. Right here is a man receiving the chip. See this chip? Let's put the man there. See this man's face? Right here, perfect. And then you can see the chip being put into him. Right there. Now we've shown that name Khan, which means Cain. Khan. Khan. Just like the bad guy in the Star Trek movies. Khan. The children of Cain. All coming. Thank you very much, everybody. May God have mercy on us all. Confess with your mouth, the Lord is Jesus. Believe in your heart, God hath risen him from the dead, and you'll be saved. Hallelujah. May God have mercy. This is New York, Manhattan, and this is Central Park. And right in here you can see Jesus Christ collecting the souls. Here's Jesus right here. Right here is what's called Church Row. And as I've shown, New York's going to be nuked also. He's sitting on top of the dog star, and now the Pope is receiving that grievous head wound. And see how he is like that bull, just as we shown on the Illuminati box cover? Right there. Just like this guy when he comes down for the fifth age. See how he's bankrupting the USA? See the clown, the bull, bringing this idol worship? And there's Jesus. On top of the dog now. Just as we've been showing. Perfect. You can see on his arm just like all the lights going up. These are baseball diamonds. See how perfect everything is I show? See, all of these are baseball diamonds. It's just like Jesus Christ is collecting his diamonds. If you didn't know that you were like a diamond or a jewel, then just realize that most other people don't know these things about the Bible either. It's right in the Bible. Malachi is the last book of the Old Testament, just like the book of Revelation is the last book of the New Testament. Most people would think that in Malachi would be basically the same things, and there is. In Malachi 3:16, exactly as John 3:16, talks of the book of remembrance, the Lamb's book of life. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened, and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord, and that thought upon his name. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God and him that serveth him not. The jewels. The baseball diamonds. He's collecting them. See, like this heart. See the blue up here? The time of the blue is ending, and then the red will be rising up. Thank you very much, everybody. Confess with your mouth, the Lord is Jesus. Believe in your heart, God hath risen him from the dead, and you'll be saved. Hallelujah. Isn't God wonderful to create all of these things, to create us and to give us a life and to give us these adventures and everything? Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Father. Thank you for saving all of us. Hallelujah.